Tony, it was so dope, bro. It was the closest thing to being on the stage, next to being on the stage, bro.
Okay. She asked me to do it, but I wanted to do this first before I said yes to that. I was like, let me get back to you.
Well, it's because you said no that I probably
I almost was like, you know what, I'll do it too. But then I was just like,
Yeah, it was great.
Tahir's been out here on these stages.
And Tahir is doing.
I'm a whore. I just be whoring myself out to these stages, bro. That's
true.
really what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's got nothing to do with the craft. It's just like I'm a whore for these stages. You know what I'm saying? It's really what it is.
What up, chat? See y'all trickling in.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me get this squared away. Everybody straight. I'm tired, bro.
Nah, man, you good? Ain't nobody care about that.
Okay, that's what's up.
No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm tired too, bro. Keeping it a stack.
Josh, you gonna be there tonight, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right,
I'm the designated photographer.
Bet that. What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of That Silent Listening Party. Today we are checking out the lyricist, the amazing, immaculate, if you will, Rapsody. Put out a project called Too Lyrical. It's an EP. These are actually songs that are off of her 2019 album, Eve. But we're fans of Rapsody. We didn't really realize that when we agreed on it, but we're fans of Rapsody, so we always up for listening to some good Rapsody. This is just a 6-track EP. But again, if you've heard the Eve album from 2019, you've heard of these. So we're gonna get right into it. Tony, you're a fan of Rapsody. She follows you, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Tony Baker. Rapsody
He's my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I'm a fan though. Like I'm a true fan of Rapsody. She's one of my favorite rappers out right now.
Oh yeah?
None of that female rappers. She's one of my favorite rappers, period.
Yeah, she be rapping.
Okay then. All right then, Tom. You know what I'm saying?
I always be like, well, on the female list, you got.
Mm-hmm.
Actually.
We off that.
For sure. All right. Well, I don't think it really makes even sense to like do any projections or predictions or anything like that because we've heard this project before. These songs on this project before. So you see, I roll right past that, Tony.
You're too tired to deal with it, bro. I know you are. That's how I know you're tired. You didn't even clap back.
I ain't got nothing for Tony right now, man. I'm tired. Anyway, it's gonna be. I think it's this is gonna be a fun project. We're already familiar with her, familiar with what she can do, and we just don't get it going. So with that being said, let me go ahead and share the screen real quick, and we're gonna get ready and get this thing going. Swat it out. 3, 5.
Man, you know whose album I've had on loop this past week? That Giveon tape.
Yeah.
That thing is aging like wine. This dude Giveon, he was featured on one of Drake's songs that he put out earlier this year. And then he put out like
I Want You. Woo! It's one of my favorite joints.
Want You, bro, favorite mistake. But here's the thing with some of his releases, his music videos are like acoustic stripped down versions. Mm-hmm. And I like those cuts better than some of the album joints. Like Favorite Mistake is slowed down a little bit on the music video. And what's cool too is he shows Long Beach a way that people don't really see Long Beach, which is kind of cool. It's just different. And he's just got a whole aesthetic and a little vibe to him.
All right. Well, cool. I'm a fan of it.
I'm going to have to dig in.
Yeah, I made the video about it, Tony. The one I was like, how you sing in your car. And I was like, I don't know, you might not have seen it because you put out 40 pieces of content a day, flood the pipeline.
Hilarious.
Tony, bro. I'm so sick of him. Anyway, let's jump right into it, man. This first track is called Cleo. I I can't remember much about this track. I just know that I really like this project. So we're gonna get right into it, man. First track of the project Cleo. We are listening to Too Lyrical by Rapsody. It's a 5-track EP. Yeah, we're gonna get it going just like that. We're gonna get it started in 3, 2, 1.
Beep, 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 beep.
Fire, man.
Indeed. That's how you start a project right there.
Bars were official.
I love that. I love that Phil Collins sample too.
Nobody samples Phil like that either, man. Ninth Wonder is probably one of my favorite producers of all time. He's
Mine
definitely
too.
on my. He's definitely up there on my list. I haven't dissected a list in a while, but he's definitely high up in the rankings, man.
Yeah, Ninth Wonder is high on my list as well. It got Premier, Ninth Wonder, Alchemist.
I got Just Blaze up there too.
Oh, Just Blaze he had the early 2000s going crazy.
Yeah.
Going crazy, my boy.
I'm trying to think of because I constructed the list just on like a reply to something that somebody posted. And I gave him like 5 producers that I rotate heavy. It was Alchemist, Ninth Wonder, DJ Premier. I forgot the other 2 I put. No ID. I like No ID a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody else. But yeah.
I put Kanye in my top 10.
Kanye, old Kanye is
man, he was
heavy in the soul samples.
That was
prime real estate Kanye. When he in his soul bag, this be crazy.
Somebody in the chat said Swiss. What about Swiss though?
Nah,
Tim, I'll put Tim over Swiss.
Yeah.
I put Tim over Swiss, but Swiss, he got some good ones, but a lot of times I'll be like, man, what the hell is this? And so
I stopped liking Swiss when he kept talking.
Showtime.
Showtime.
Right, we get it. Turn that down. Put the kick back up, man. Enough.
Sometimes his beats would be too simplistic. But when he had that battle with Tim, it was a couple of songs that I didn't know he did. And I was like, yo, I didn't even know that was because Swiss has a sound where you know it's him immediately. And I don't necessarily think, as a producer, I wouldn't want you to identify me right off the bat. Like I want you to be like, Tony did that more times than not.
I think that's an interesting take though, because I feel like there's so, especially for producers, because it's one thing as an artist where the name is led by yours. Yeah. Producers be in the shed. They be like, they could be on a hit record and some people still don't know who they are yet. And they might need 5 of those before their names actually pop off, at least in a conversation setting. So I almost wonder, like at that point, that tag's staying in the song, or you're gonna pay me another 20 bands.
Oh that's yeah, like putting your name in there, fine. Like until you get to a certain level, and then like, man, who did this? And then you find out, and it's like, when your name is already your name.
Yeah. Pharrell too. Good call, chat.
Yeah, somebody just said that.
Oh, we're talking Pharrell Neptunes or just Pharrell in general?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how much of it is actually Pharrell or what's Chad. What's Chad though? You know.
Mm-hmm. I think Pharrell has done a lot by himself though.
I don't know. I got to look at credits because I don't know what Chad did and what Pharrell did.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me an idea. We can make a playlist based off of our favorite producers and go through a couple in the future.
Ooh, that'd be dope.
It would be. All right. Well, what we rating this first track on?
I'm giving it a 4.2.
Okay, 4.2.
Yeah, I match tone. I might even go. I'll go for a quarter. I'll do 4.25 because no 4.25. I want to make my average at the end as easy as possible for me. I don't know if I could calculate a 4.20 into an overall factor.
Man, go 45.
But nah, man. I mean, bro, how she gets off so effortlessly, like with like wordplay and. Like I said, even sampling Phil Collins, bro, like you would not expect hearing.
That's a risky move to go that Phil Collins way. But she did it well.
Nobody's hearing a bounce. No one's hearing a bounce like that off of In the Air when you hear it, you know?
Because that's an amazing track by itself. But to put that bounce on it and that doom doom, it's like a real dark, gritty beat that I love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hate that it never got to the breakdown though. I love the drums on the breakdown.
Oh yeah.
I hated that the whole song. I was expecting to hear, but yeah. Just in the chat real quick, we got a couple people. Let's see, where were they at? Pash gave it 4 flames. Lisa gave it a 5. Studgy gave it a 4.2 out of 5. Dom's M gave it a 5. Nathalie gave it a 4 out of 5. Kelly gave it 4.90. You might as well just give that a 5, Kelly. Strong 4 from Ash. Deetra gave it a 4. No Lie gave it a 5, and Diana gave it a 4 as well. I'm gonna give it 4 slaps out of 5. You know what I'm saying? 4 slaps out of 5.
I ain't
Solid
saying
track.
number 4 in here for this. That's dope.
Hey man, it's Rhapsody, bro. Come on, bro. So moving on to the next track. The next track is called Serena. Really, very much forward looking to it. I messed all of that. I don't know what I was doing. I was reading something and trying to talk at the same time. Very much looking forward to this next track. Let's go ahead and get it going right now. When I tell you I'm exhausted, bro, I ain't even got the energy. I can't even defend myself. Tony could go ham on me right now. I just like, I haven't eaten. My energy is low. I'm just out of it, man. I'm out of it.
You'll be all right, man. We're gonna get through this, man. Next up, we got Serena. We're gonna get this one started in 3, 2.
That was a good time right there.
I love that beat.
That was a good time.
I forgot about it when it came on. I'm like, oh snap, yeah, all of this.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was slapper. Slapping. Josh, what you think?
That was a good time, man. That might be on the workout playlist.
Yeah, I was kind of because this EP didn't have as many of the features as some of the other ones did. Y'all know how I feel about JID, so I was like, I want to switch it because I want to hear that JID track, but It's like you can't really go wrong with any Rapsody track. She's gonna do what she's supposed to do on every track. And I forgot about this one right here. That was a nice little beat, nice little bounce to it. I'm satisfied with that, bro. I would go right into the rating on that one, but I want to get y'all thoughts on it.
I like how it was a subtle, smooth, laid back vibe with a ratchet soul.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop, get it, but it was still within the realm of like a soulful like vibe. And I like how they fused those two together. And then the flow was dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about the marriage of it. Nothing felt forced. It didn't feel like they forced the ratchet in there and they didn't force the soul up on it. So it was just a smooth mesh up of vibes in that production. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, man. Doubling up on what Tone said, it was very cohesive in that aspect. Even with that little melody, it was fire, man. Like I really enjoyed that beat, man, and that's one thing that I really like about Rapsody. And I mean, she's a part of that record label, right under Ninth, so it makes sense why they work together so much. But she also she could step out and try and bring in other producers, but I love how that's kind of just her sound.
Mm-hmm.
Working with Ninth and whoever else may be in the room as well. But I've always been a fan of not only her sound, but she doesn't just lean on that, because she definitely has the versatility of a fire lyricist to be able to like complement that without trying to overstep one another. It never feels like one is leaning too much to one direction.
Mm-hmm.
But no, man, I enjoyed it.
Nice. Same here, man. I already, told you how I feel about it. So if I had to rate it, which we do, I'm giving that one a 4.5, man.
Oh, you giving it to Go 45?
Go 45, man. 45 special, 45 caliber. You know what I'm talking about? All that.
All right. I'm gonna give it a 4.2 once again. I'm gonna give it that 42.
Okay.
That 42 pickup, man.
Okay. Yeah, man. I'm a double up on the 4.25.
Okay, 4.25. Janine said this is her first time listening to Rapsody. She gives it a 4. Deidre gave it a 3. Treese gave it a 5. I'm sorry. Deidre gave it a 4.5. There must be something else. Kelly gave it a 4.5. Trice gave it a 5. Jennifer gave it a 4.5. Ash Pass gave it a strong 4. Russell Wren gave it a 4.38. Michael gave it definitely a 4.5. K-Ron gave it 4.7. James a 4. Straight 5 slaps for Janine. Okay. Jeff B 4.6. Adam gave it a 4.3. Strong 4.75 for Gorgeous. Ashley Brown gave it 4.25 slaps, and Crystal gave it a 4.5 as well as Michael giving it a 4. So, man, we are really rocking with these 4s on here. Rapsody, hey, man, the proof is in the pudding. They can't say that people don't want to hear lyricism and rap no more, because the proof is in the pudding. I think this chat is a mixture of older and younger people, so it shows that there's a lane for it. But let's keep it moving. The next track is I'm not even gonna try to make sense of it. LBTIHAJ. I'm
track
sure
3.
Track 3, man. We're just going to track 3. Thank you, Josh. I was trying to make sense out of it.
I don't want you to hurt yourself.
3, 2, 1. Hell yeah.
To flip a song like that is a risk in itself, man.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm a huge fan of D'Angelo. Huge fan of D'Angelo. That gave me that chicken grease feel. The first time you heard chicken grease, and it was like it wasn't smooth, it wasn't tranquil. It was like gritty, and it was like I felt like I was in somebody's kitchen while they frying chicken, and it's a small window in there, and that smell is still encompassing your whole body, and you like really in that moment. Like it felt like you in the South, and like y'all going to a shake joint after that, and the person that's cooking ain't got no gloves on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it felt super gritty like that. And D'Angelo has a perfect voice for either one of those worlds, like the gritty world or the super smooth and tranquil world. And I feel like he was the perfect addition to that track. It felt like a D'Angelo song, and it felt like Rapsody was just doing her goddamn thing on it. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, man. What's interesting is a lot of these beats is like there's some type of nostalgic factor that kind of leads you in and draws you in, like off. Like a lot of these samples, they aren't tucked. Some people when they're producing records, they kind of like really flip a sample and change the sound of it and like pitch it up or down to kind of make it fit their song. But Ninth is like, nah, I'm gonna let this one ride. You can know what this one is. This one was fire, man. This is probably one of my favorites out of the past three so far.
I feel like they polished up the liquid sword sample. Like they made it sound even more like vibrant. Cause you know RZA initially, you know, they going for the super gritty, underground, dusty, you know. And I feel like they added just a little polish on this one. And cause you hear that little down, that little bass more pronounced. It's just like, man, I would 5 for me.
Yeah. Another thing I would say is that this could have easily been a Wu-Tang track. Like easily been a Wu-Tang track. Like that beat right there, that sporadic beat, that gritty beat, that could have easily been a Wu-Tang beat. And her putting Jizza on that, I think was a perfect addition to that as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So I would give that one a 5 too. You know what's crazy? I would give this one a 5, but I wouldn't run it right back. It's one of those songs that I appreciate it every time I hear it, but I don't have to overplay it to have that appreciation for it. Like,
right.
For real.
On my first listen, I probably ran it back, but I'm like, it's so much to take in. It's like, nah, I gotta let that one breathe a little bit and then come back to it. Every time I come back to it, I'm gonna love it. So that's 5 slaps for your boy.
Yeah, man, this thing's getting 5 slaps across the face as well from your boy. Hands down, man. Quick 5.
Yeah. Slapping everybody in the office.
Had to stay when Bernie Mac showed up. Man. I'm giving it. I got that 5 on it, man. Loonies.
Piece, man.
Come on, Tone with the 5.
Because I've had time to sit with this track, so it's a 5.
Yeah. Real quick, Naisha gave it a 5. Jeff B gave it a 5. Ash Patch 4.5. Jennifer a 5. Solid 4 from Christian. Kelly gave it a 4.5. It's a 5 from Sunshine Mail. Jeff B gave it a 10. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He said he wished that he had a 12-inch right now. Wait a minute.
Pause.
I don't know what that's
12-inch a record, right? He needs a record.
Yeah, maybe
maybe the vinyl.
And then the 10 is the single, I guess. Is the 10 a single? I thought the single was an 8. Either way, Jeff B gave it 5 saxophones, 5 out of 5. DS gave it the purest 5. Doc M gave it a 5 as well. Russell Wren gave it a 4.8. He spelled it out. That's how you know you meant it. Tony gave it a 5. Yoko gave it a 5. K-Ron gave it a 5. Kelly gave it a 4.5. Tracy gave it a 5. A lot of 5s in the house. Jessica 5. Nakia 5. Oscar a 5. Stephen 4.5. Lanice gave it a 4.5. Sharon gave it a 5 without a doubt. Awesome.
These
Oh,
ratings, man.
Jeff was talking he was talking about the subwoofer. Okay, I missed the subwoofer part, Jeff. I was like, nah, Jeff ain't that type. He really don't be going like crazy like that. Because you get used to the people that you see in the chats and stuff. And I was like, that ain't really his forte. He really be chill. So he's talking about the subwoofer. That makes sense, Jeff. The 10 is the way to go though, because the 10 you still get the highs from the sound, but you also get the bass. So you got it, Jeff. 10 is the way to go with that one. Let's get on to this next track, bro. Next track is Oprah, and it is featuring Lee Kelly. Did I say that right? Lee Kelly 47?
I think so.
Sounds about right.
All right. So we're gonna get started on this joint in 3, 2, 1. Dollars. All about a dollar.
Flames once again, man.
Thus far, my least favorite track, though.
Think so?
For
My
this,
least favorite.
this lineup, it's probably gonna get the lowest score, but it's still above a 4.
Yeah. Yeah. The feature is what really saved it for me. That's what kept the grace for me, was the feature. She came and she did
That
what she was
feature,
supposed to do.
she came in and flipped the table over.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all doing in here?
Man, she flipped the table smooth over. It was plates on the table. It was mail set up. It was homework getting done. She flipped it over.
They was having dinner. They was having dinner.
They was having dinner while doing taxes, and then flipped the table over. They was printing stuff out on the table.
Paperwork all laid out everywhere,
all
man.
laid out, man.
Receipts everywhere.
The important documents.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna read some of the ones that I've already posted there, just because I wanted to get to lost in the comments. Ash Pass gave it a 3.8. Kelly gave it a solid 4. Shody gave it a 4.25. Jennifer gave it a 4 for sure. Doc M gave it a 4. Russell Wren gave it a 3.8. And Stephen O'Con gave it a 4.6. Like I said, somebody said that the repetition got them and it kind of lost them on it. I would agree with that. The repetition was cool. I understand sometimes people artists do that to make it catchy, but like this one right here just didn't really catch me like that. I wasn't a huge fan of the beat. I'm gonna be honest with you. Right out the gate, I wasn't a huge fan of the beat. Felt like it was missing something. It was kind of incomplete. It was straight, but it just, I mean, coming from what we've already heard thus far, it's probably like I said, my least favorite track thus far. But the flow is still official. Rapsody is always gonna do what she's gonna do, and the feature really brought it to life as well. So based on that alone, that's why I landed at a 3.8.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed the feature. It definitely wasn't my favorite of the past 4 now. Especially coming off of the last joint. You know, the last joint we came in smooth with a quick 5-piece.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to remember how it was placed within the album to see if like there was a different vibe that it came off from the previous track, which I don't remember it that well enough. So I'm gonna give this one a flaccid 4 because it's not a bad track, and I like the reference.
Mm-hmm. It was early in the album, Josh. This was like track 4 on the actual album as well.
Okay.
The song before was Aaliyah. You know, she named the song after All Strong Black Women.
And that's the next record too, right?
Aaliyah is actually the next record. So yeah, this was track 4.
And I remember Aaliyah to be kind of more of a smooth joint, if I do recall correctly. We'll be reminded in a few seconds. But yeah, man, it's I enjoyed it. I don't know if I would go back immediately on it though.
Yeah.
But it's a solid record.
I would probably only let this one play if I was riding with someone else and they was kind of feeling it. This would probably be Skip City for your boy. Like it's one of those movies where it's one of those songs where like you watch the movie and one of those movies that once you watch the ending, you don't have to watch it again because it was such a twist. It was a hard twist. Like you kind of know every time you go into it what to expect. So that's what it was for me. It's like I didn't hate it, but I don't have to come back to it every time it comes up. Don, what you got?
I like the vibe shift that this song brought. Like it put me in a smoky strip club, just sitting there watching the money fall down in slow motion. You know, it was just like mobbing through an urban area, probably like St. Louis, where everything is boarded up and you just mobbing through in a drop.
I'll beat your ass.
Old school, and
I'll beat
you
your
get
ass, Tony.
or it could be Detroit, St. Louis, East St. Louis, you know, one of those places where, you know, it's just a gritty visual. And then, you know, you ride through, the speakers are thumping, the mirrors shaking, the trunks rattling. I like tracks like that. And I feel like this is one of those. And, you know, dollars got to circulate, man. And so I'm going to give it a soft 4.
Flaccid.
All right.
The flaccidity is amongst us.
The limp 4. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couple more scores from the audience. We have Deanna gave it a 3.7. Doc gave it a 4. Russell solid 3.8. Steven a 4.6. 4.6, generous. Naisha gave it a 5. Adele gave it a 3.7. Mikhail gave it a 5. Crystal gave it 4.5. Kayron gave it a 3.8. Yoko gave it a 4.8. Marquise gave it a 4.5. 4 from Just, 4 from Tiki, 4 from Deetra, 4.2 from Studgy. James gave it a 4. Louisiana Creole gave it a 4. Christian gave it a 5. DS gave it a 3. Oscar gave it a 4.5, and Coco gave it a 3.5 as well. Rainy Skies just hopped in. She liked the bop. She gave it a 4.5. Michael gave it a solid 4. Gorgeous a 4.2. And I think we're caught up. Taryn gave it a 2.67. I don't know what that's about. Michael a solid 4, and Jeff B gave it a 3.5. Fatone gave it a flaccid 3.3. Derek gave it a flaccid 5. Or he was questioning somebody, and Jeff B gave it a 3.5 as well. Solid, man. So let's get on to this next track. It's the Leah track. Josh just mentioned. We're gonna get this one started in 3, 2, 1.
Respect the vocoder, aka the top box. It'll bring out an emotion that you can't just play without a voice addition, man. Shouts to Terrace Martin. I think Battle Cat was on that too, man. Big fan. Big fan of the vocoder.
I like that, man. I like that.
I love
Shout out
that.
to a couple of people in the chat. I think Ash Pass and a couple other people said that they had not actually listened to Rapsody before. And that's what this show is about, man. Like exposing people to new music, new artists. I had never really listened to Kehlani before we listened to the album, and now I'm a fan because we listened to the album. So hopefully that's what this show will do for a lot of people, introduce them or remind them of dope artists that they may have not had on their radar or kind of forgot about. I like this track. It's a vibe.
I didn't know that was a Sabrina Claudio sample.
Oh, was it?
From a song called Natural. Never knew until this moment.
Side note, Sabrina Claudio in concert, fantastic. She's one of those people who sounds exactly like she does on record in concert. Like, fantastic. I saw her at the Wilton, and she killed it. And Sir came out and did the song with her, bro.
Oh, wow.
She killed it. And she fine as hell. You understand me? Josh, do you hear me? Fine as hell.
I'm more of a Snow Allegra advocate myself personally.
I hear you, but you ain't gonna downplay her beauty. You understand me?
You're not gonna downplay Snow's beauty either, man.
Oh wow! So the sample is taken from the very beginning of the original song.
Oh, the very beginning.
Toad is so invested in the sample.
Like I just
Toad is like he's like a child. Look at him, he's so excited.
Because I thought it was Aaliyah this whole time.
Yeah, she's great, man. Very great. Josh, what you got for the song, bro?
I got a flaccid 4 because I feel like I enjoyed the beat. I feel like this was one of the songs where the beat might have fit the name of the record, but I feel like the record didn't translate too much Aaliyah vibe outside of that.
I think she gave a couple of Aaliyah references. She was like when Aaliyah was
did that, yeah.
No, no, for sure. I'm just saying
live. It was cool to be tomboys, like that reference right there. She gave a couple of Aaliyah references for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna go flaccid 4 though. I enjoyed the record. It's a good record, it's a good vibe. But it's a song I'm gonna drive to.
Yeah. I'm gonna read a couple from the chat real quick. Marquise gave it a 4.0, Adele 4.5, King of Beast 4.5, Deanna gave it a 5. Deanna gave it a 4. She said it was a good vibe. Coco 4.5. Jasmine gave it a solid 1. All right, then.
All right.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Okay.
Naisha gave it a 4. Taryn gave it a 5.5. He just went over the record. Michael gave it a 4.5. Studgy gave it a 4.5. Kelly gave it a 4.5. Just JD gave it a 5. Shad the Great gave it a 4.4. Latrell 4.8. Dietrich gave it a 4. And No Lie gave it a 5. Christian gave it a 3.7. Doc gave it, Doc M gave it a 5. Kelly gave it a 4.5. Isaiah gave it a 4.3. All right, we got some solid numbers in here. Mm-hmm. Solid numbers in here. Tone, what you going with?
Like for me, like I really like that sample a lot. And I like how smooth the sample was, but rap, she was flowing like aggressive over the smooth sample in the back, which I thought was a dope contrast. And one thing I didn't like the vocoder or whatever, like, because it came in and it got a little too busy for me when that came in. Like it came in and I don't like a lot of confusion in the in the music. And so I feel like when they brought that in, there was a lot going on. I was like, all right, hold on, let me get my feet together. and then
got dizzy.
that kind of took me out of it. I like simple, and so those moments I was just like it's just too much going on. Like if it was never in there, I would have been fine with that. But other than that, it's a vibe. I'm giving it a 4. Giving it a nice, solid, 4.
I would run that one back. I would listen to that one more time, at least one more time. So based off of that alone, I got to go with a 4.5, man. I like that. I thought it was a smooth joint. I agree with Tony. She was rapping aggressive. She was rapping her ass off, but it wasn't like, motherfucker, come through. It was just like a steady, hard flow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was just rapping. It was rapping. She didn't take no breaks. It was game day. That was like game 2 in the championship, and she was there to play ball. So I liked every bit of that, and the vibe was great. I thought it might have been an Aaliyah sample, but to find out it was Serena Claudio is great too, because I'm a big fan of her as well. So I rock with it. I thought it was a great vibe, man. 4.5 from your boy. You know what I'm saying? Josh, you want to take us into this last track?
Yeah, man. Is that because the name is a little tricky, or I don't know, man. So we got track 6 coming up. This is Myrlie. This is Myrlie. Rapsody featuring Myrlie. We're gonna get good old Myrlie. I'm doubling down, man. I can't pronounce it, but we're on track 6, and we're getting that one started in 3, 2.
Yo, song was quick.
Man, in and out. It looked like they were still all in the studio together, but they're just like, nah, let me just pull this fader down and see what happens.
Man, I wasn't even ready, man. I was in mid-type in the comment section. I heard it fading out. I was like, wait, let me look at. Oh, okay.
It's time.
That was a good time, man. That was short and sweet, but dope.
She was going up. Now that's the one that she was like, no brakes, all gas. She was spitting hard on that mother. I wouldn't be surprised if she rapped that one while she was holding the pistol. That one felt like it came from somewhere.
Cleaning it.
Mm-hmm. Just getting ready to do the drive-by right afterwards. Ride on these fools.
Yo, I was debating with somebody in the comment section, and they were talking about not many MCs can go bar for bar with MF Doom. I'm like, what?
Nah, I don't think that's true
I
at
can
all.
name a whole list of cats. MF Doom is pretty much one note. He's dope, but he ain't got no range.
Yeah, I agree with that one, Tony. MF Doom definitely has his own style, a very unique style when it comes to rapping. Very unique style. Not a lot of people can do what he does, because he will push some words together and it will seem like it's not supposed to fit. I actually saw somebody break it down. I don't know if it was Genius or somebody, but somebody broke down his style and how he intentionally doesn't rhyme words. Sometimes he'll pick it up on the next stanza.
That's too much work, man.
He's different. He's definitely different.
Absolutely, definitely different. But he could be got with bar for bar.
Absolutely.
By an assortment of MCs, Doc.
Yeah. But back to this track. Josh, what did you feel about it?
It was cool. It was mad short though. And I feel like an artist like Mariba needs space. She needs space to carry those vocals and to kind of hit that emotion. And even with like a fade out during her little chorus part, I mean, it wasn't my favorite Mariba track at the same time. Like I feel like she was kind of forced into that one. But it was cool. But it like you guys said, it came in quick too. That first verse snuck right in. I didn't even notice there was only 2 verses. Because I thought there was actually one, but like I said, the first one she just kicked it off right away. Just no games played. It was cool though. I would probably say that might be one of my least favorite on this. I would probably give that like a hard 3.75.
Well, for the worst track to be a 3.75.
That's still solid though.
That's a good project, man.
Yeah.
That's because a 3.75 is high. So when we give it 4s and like 3.75s, it's like, and we like, man, this is one of the weaker of the, and it's a 3.75. That's when you know you got you got a good piece of work there.
What's up?
Thanks, Jeff.
What say you, Tony?
I like that one. It was cool to the point. I had to disagree with Josh. I like the chorus. I like the girl. I'm not familiar with her, Mariba, like that, but I liked her on this particular. Maybe because I haven't heard other stuff from her. So this is kind of my. I feel like I've seen her name before somewhere else, but I definitely like her voice and tone. And she came in, sang it up. I was just like, it's too short though. I was like, I wanted more. It was like, but less is more. I'd rather you leave too early than leave too late. So you know, so I'm gonna give it a soft. I'm gonna give it a rock solid 3.9.
Ooh.
Yeah, rock solid though.
That's still on that 4 line, so that's still solid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read a couple of the comments out real quick. No lie,
I'll give it a 4, man. I'll just give it a 4, man.
Just round up, Tony. You're right there, man.
Lovejoy gives it a 4.5. Diaz gave it a very strong 4. Steven gave it a solid 4. Dietrich gave it a 4. Kelly gave it a 4.6. Doc gave it a top. Oh no, he's talking probably still to Tony. I'm just trying to do something. Gave it 4 pumps out of 5. Jennifer gave it 3.8. Kelly gave it a 4.6. Sydney Mays gave it a 3.8. Marquise gave it a 4. Sudgy gave it a 5. Russell Wren gave it a 3.9. Mikhail gave it a 3.8. Janine gave it straight 5s. She gave it like 6 of them. Shad the Great gave it a 3.5. Terrence gave it a 4.6. Deanna gave it a 4. Miss somebody. K-Ron the Beast gave it a 4.25. Gorgeous gave it a 4.1. Ash Bass gave it a 4.5. Yeah, man. Ash Bass actually said that was her favorite track. Okay. Ashley Monique gave it a 4.5. Yeah, man. I would give that one. I give it a 3.8. All right. I give it a 3.8.
It was cool.
It was cool. It was solid. It was straight. It was way shorter than what we had previously experienced. I will say this. One of the benefits to breaking up an album like this is that it gives you such a range of sound because you took 5 tracks that could be completely different from an entire project. And you put them as one project, so it's like those songs are all like it brought you full circle. So I do love the fact that each song sounded different. That wasn't like, oh, you know, track 2 sounded kind of like track 4, track 1 sounded like track 5. Like there was none of that. Every song was different. Every song provided a different vibe. Every song meant something different to you, you know. And she rounded it out with this last song because it had a lot to do with what's going on right now in the Black Lives Matter movement. So you got a little bit of everything from this project. I think that was dope.
Yeah, I agree with that. Nothing sounded the same. I was like, yo, that's super dope.
Yeah. If y'all had to pick a favorite track, what would it be for y'all? Ooh.
I gotta go with the one we can't pronounce with the with the Jizza and D'Angelo in terms of just pure like, cause that's a song I never had to get accustomed to. I never had to get used to. I'm just like, yo, I'm feeling this right off the rip from the whole thing of it. Bringing Jizza back on his own like track, you know, was great. D'Angelo on the hook sounding D'Angelo-ish. Yeah. And then other than that track, I'm gonna go with that first one with the Phil Collins sample. I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was go with that. Go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
Okay, my bad. I thought we were just gonna.
I was looking at you. I didn't want to. I saw. I was like, he not going. As soon as I went, you went too. So go ahead. My bad, brother.
I'm gonna go with the leadoff track, man. I really enjoy Cleo, even though it wasn't my top rated. I feel like I could run Cleo back almost immediately.
Okay. I would go with the track that we can't pronounce, and as well as Aaliyah. Aaliyah might be my favorite though. Aaliyah might be my favorite just because it was such a dope vibe. And then the D'Angelo track. The D'Angelo one is just both of those. I just got to go both of those. Those are my favorite. Those two right there. Those two. I thought they were solid as hell, man. And yeah, I'm a rock with that, bro. Like that. This was a good time. It was a short EP, but it was perfect for what we do here, and it's perfect introduction for people who weren't familiar with Rapsody. You get to see her range over a variety of beats, and I think this is a good representation of what she has to offer as a rapper and an entertainer.
We gotta do the overall rating.
What you got, Tom?
I got a 4.3 for the overall. Because I had a 5 in there, some 2 4.2s, everything else was a 4.
Okay.
We got 4.3 overall rating.
Okay. I would give it overall 4.4.
Ooh.
You just had to one up me, huh? You know what? I'm gonna give it 4.2.
That's bastard to hear.
That's the only reason I did. If you went 4.6, I would go 4.7. You understand?
I'm gonna give it a good 4.7.2.
4.7.2. Oh man.
Yeah, we want to, just on the humble.
I'm gonna give this one a 4.3 overall for this little pack. And that's what's dope about this too. She literally made sub playlists of her album that's like, you know what, if you just want the bars, I got that. If you want the soul joints, I got this. And I forgot the other ones, but I would have said that one too, and they got that too as well. But I mean, for her to be able to break down one album like that, like that type of range of versatility is wild.
Mm-hmm. I'm just mad I can't get my hands on the other projects because I don't have Tidal. I'm like,
is it really a Tidal exclusive?
Wow, I didn't see it on Apple Music.
Sometimes you can find stuff on SoundCloud too, Tom.
Oh, okay. Can we do a bonus track?
Oh. Why not? We got a little time.
Okay, let's do it's in the Rapsody vein. I'm not even going off the reservation. We're gonna do her feature joint on the Anderson .Paak debut.
Ooh.
Without You. So everybody cue up Without You by Anderson .Paak. featuring Rapsody as my personal bonus joint. Yeah, everybody got it queued in. I see Tahir over there scrambling, working. Is he muted?
Yeah, he is. Tahir, you're
I
muted.
was queuing it up. So, all right. So we're going to Anderson .Paak, the album Malibu.
Great album, classic,
fantastic album. I give it 5 out of 5 stars every time. We're going to the track Without You, feature Rapsody. One of my favorite. Let's get it going. Tony, you want to lead us in on this one?
Yeah, man. Without You from 2016, featuring Rapsody. Let's get it in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
Let's go. Wow.
I like the hiatus coyote at the end of that track too. That's where that sample or the end of that comes from. If you guys are not hip to hiatus coyote, get hip to that too. Super dope group. Love that joint right there at the end, man. Josh, if there are no quorums,
I'm still letting parking lot ride. Y'all just can't hear it.
I ain't mad at it.
I'll pause it.
I would like to submit for the council's approval Actually, we need to do we rate these? I can't remember.
We don't really have to rate the bonus tracks if we. I mean, they can. The audience can. You know, I'm already fiving it out.
I'm fiving that one out too. Just me right here. I high five myself on that one.
Yeah.
This track right here is not as much as a bop as it is just a great song, and I just love it, and the feature as well. This song is called Red Blue, featuring JID, and this was on the Jamla what is it, compilation joint. Hold on one second. Let me get.
On this jam, is this the same Jamla album with that Sir song on there?
It's the same one with that J. Cole track on there too.
Yeah, yo, this Jamla project got a lot of rotation for me.
Yeah. So
Sir song, I'm coming back to.
I'm gonna cue it up so y'all can see it real quick.
Red blue, one word, y'all. Red blue,
one word. It's on. If you go to Rapsody and you go to her, this is Rapsody station. It'll come right up. Dope track is featuring JID. This is one of my favorite joints right now. Obviously produced by Knife Wonder. Yeah, man, this is a good track. So we're gonna get this one started in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, hey, it's a sleeper. People forgot about that joint, yo.
Man,
Yo, bro, it felt like they used the red blue thing so much, but every time they used it, they said something different. It was just like the start of a different sentence every time. And yo, like JID, I'm telling niggas, bro, I said this a while ago when I first got hip to JID. I said, what is the Earth Gang can literally be greater or better than Outkast, and that's no slight to them. It's just like passing the torch. And JID, bro, I'm telling you, when I tell you a problem, an entire problem, bro. Like
all they need is a certified banger that goes beyond like the core following, and then people gonna be like, oh, because that's why Outkast was able to thrive, because they came out the gate with Players Ball, which was a smash. So people came on in. And so all they need is like individual smashes, and then everybody's like, oh, these.
Then they need like that hey ya that crosses them over.
Yes. Yeah, but even before Outkast got to the hey ya, they were already like,
they had that cult following.
No, it was beyond that, because they went platinum with the debut. They went double platinum with the follow-up.
Oh, you're right.
Triple. They kept building. Every album sold more than the one before it. And so they out the gate, they were platinum. So it was like, but with JID and Earth Gang, they still underground.
Yeah, it's still bubbling. It's still bubbling. And I think it's because music is so available right now, it's harder to like, get in front of the masses without that hit single. But they're not doing wrong. They're right on the right track. They're definitely on the right track to get that. Like you said, all it's gonna take is one song to blow. You know what I mean? And that's what's gonna change it. Like think about it. They've done all of this literally with just like Cole features. And Cole don't even really put out singles like that, like club singles. But imagine if he did do a track with a Drake or a Nicki or Meg or something like that. Like all it's gonna take is that one track to really solidify it, like one club jam, and this really gonna change the world.
For sure, but also Jid is one of the only artists from the camp that's placking on solo records. Like I say solo records, meaning like without Cole. Like this past week, like a few of his joints from the Never Story went gold, and that's huge.
Nice.
And that's huge.
That was a good album, man. I always go back to Hereditary.
We might have to do Jid next week if nothing new drops, bro. I'm not opposed to it.
I like doing stuff I'm already familiar with, even more so than the new stuff.
Yeah, you know what you're getting yourself into.
Because you be excited to share what you love with the people. You know what I mean?
For sure. Josh, you got anything you want to drop on it? Any bonus tracks, anything?
I could slow it down, change the vibe up a little bit. There's this track by K Roosevelt. I don't know if you guys are familiar with K Roosevelt.
No.
I think he's from LA. He's dope though. But there's this record called Feelings Don't Change by K Roosevelt. That's K dot space and then Roosevelt, like how you would normally spell Roosevelt, Roosevelt. Feelings Don't Change. I've been running that one a little bit. It's not brand new. It came out I think like 2 years ago, but he's been dropping some singles recently. He's got some records with Aaron Ray, BJ the Chicago Kid, Kent Jams. The Kent Jams one is the one that just came out recently. But I've gone back to this Feelings Don't Change record. It's kind of nice. I like it. If you guys want to cue that up.
Yep, got it queued up. So you guys will see that playing right now. Or you see it on the screen right now, at K Roosevelt. So go ahead and pull up with us on that one. And Josh, I'll let you lead it in when you're ready.
So once you guys got this queued up, this is Feelings Don't Change by K Roosevelt. This dropped on a project self-titled called K Roosevelt, so it won't be too difficult to find. Yeah, let's kick this off. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, man. I can see the rain droplets on the window on that track. Right up
Little
my
vibe.
right up my alley, Josh. Good one.
Nice little bop.
Yeah, man. A little slow down to take us out, man.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I'm all about it, man. Well, listen, that's been another episode of Best Silent Listening Party, man. Thank God so much for tuning in. Next week you can catch 4 more episodes of Zooming with the Homies. Also, a new episode of Working This Hard on Thursday. A new episode of Damn Internet You Scary on Thursday. I'm sorry, Working This Hard is on Wednesday, and a new episode of Zooming Damn Internet You Scary on Thursday, and then another episode of Best Silent Listening Party on Friday. Tony, what you got coming up?
We got the show tonight that y'all can buy tickets for and watch from your very own home. That's tonight at 7 Pacific. If you want tickets to that, you can click the link in my bio, get your tickets. To Here's on the Show, Keon, Angel, myself, Brandon Lewis, and Kev on stage, the orchestrator of it all. And then follow me on Twitch, Tony Becker Comedy on Twitch. All my ringtones are for sale. Not all of them, but I got 3 ringtones for sale right now. Click the link in my bio on my Instagram. You can get them. You can get them for iTunes or your Androids. And Daddy Issues. Don't forget to check that out on my YouTube page. You can find it anywhere you find your podcasts. Boom.
And tomorrow, a new episode of Working Wild.
Hey, I always forget something.
And man, plug your Twitch, Tone. You be twitching.
Always the same thing.
I wasn't paying attention. You're right. I wasn't paying attention.
Josh just came in hot without listening. Yes, new episode of Working Wild drops tomorrow on All Def on their YouTube page. I'll be at a wolf sanctuary in the next episode. So pull up.
Man.
Josh, got anything going?
Big night tonight, man. Comedy show. I'm taking pictures. This is gonna be exciting, man. I heard we got a special guest in the audience tonight.
In the audience, so the pressure's on. I'm nervous.
I heard this is by words by Angel. Kelly Rowland's pulling up.
Man, the pressure's on.
No pressure. No pressure.
Well, I was nervous the other night when I did it Wednesday. I don't know if anybody saw the show I did Wednesday with Tone Bell, James Davis, Matt Rife, Zaynab Johnson, Jack Knight. But it was dope as hell, bro. It was the next best thing to being on the stage. And that was at In Crowd Studio. It was fantastic, bro. But I was nervous. That first minute and a half, because even though it's a small delay, it's still a delay. And so I would hit the punchline and they would just be like,
oh,
so
no.
you stay out the way, and I was just like, did they not like it? So finding my rhythm really was imperative. But once I did that, it was like, all right, cool. I was able to like find my rhythm and keep going. But it was a great time, man. It was a really great time. So you'll shake the cobwebs off really easily. I would just say talk to the people first, man.
I'm excited. I'm excited for tonight, man.
What'd you say, Tony? Did I get booed?
Did you do new stuff?
No, I did some stuff that I knew was gonna work because the audience, even though I felt like they was rocking with me, I still wanted to ensure that I had a great set. And since it was my first one back, I played it kind of close to chest. But tonight, I am gonna work out some new material. I'm gonna try to work out that new space joke that I've been working on. It's literally straight from the episode of Unpopular Opinion. So I'm definitely gonna try to do that.
Okay.
Last thing I'm gonna plug early. I'm still working on it. Me and my buddy, we started this performance series. I'm not gonna play the audio, but this is like a little clip of what it looks like. I feel like I kind of snapped in the shots for this, so I'm excited about it. I'm still editing this. Probably be done by like the end of next week. We're just waiting on a couple things.
Okay, then Josh.
But I'm excited to share that once it comes out. We use the Immersion LA artist. He's pretty fire. This dude named Kyle Banks, aka KB. But his whole name's not Kyle Banks, aka KB, but he goes by KB and also Kyle Banks. But anyway, I'm excited to share that once that goes too. Also, man, I think the Free Nationals documentary is supposed to come out soon. I just got another final edit that I think is the final edit. It's supposed to be locked in too. So I'll definitely be maybe we can talk either Anderson .Paak and or Free Nationals album around when that comes out.
Promise me a good
Celebratory.
Just
Publishing.
call him, Josh. Just have him come on the show. You know you got the numbers.
I don't know that man. That's a man. Like I joke about saying I don't know that man to a lot of people, but that's a man that I've met twice. I do not know that man.
Yo, on that Free Nationals, there's a song on that last album they put out with T.I.
Off, boy. Yeah, we're doing that album.
T.I. snapped on
Listen,
that. I listened to it so many times.
I told T.I. when he did Working His Heart, I was like, bruh, I never expected to hear you on that project. But when you came in with so much vigor, bro. I had never, that's one of my favorite T.I. songs ever.
Me too. Me too. He was rapping. I had to tell him too. I was like, yo, hey, forget all this. Yeah.
Right. That one was smooth. But listen, man, we'll talk to y'all next week. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. As you exit, please hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next episode, man. Peace, guys.
Peace.